Zeus is the supreme god of the ancient Greek pantheon, god of thunder and lightning, ruler of all gods and men. He was the son of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and the leader of the Olympian gods who overthrew the Titans and took their place on Mount Olympus. Zeus was the god who controlled the weather, and his thunder and lightning were considered a manifestation of his power and anger. He also protected laws, order and justice, and punished those who broke them. Zeus was known for his love of women, and he had many mistresses, both goddesses and mortal women. He was the father of many heroes and gods, including Hercules, Perseus, Athena, and Dionysus. Zeus could also change his appearance, and he often transformed into animals or humans to seduce women or trick other gods. He was known for his cunning and guile, and often used his power and authority to get what he wanted. Hera is the goddess of marriage, family and childbirth in Greek mythology. She was the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and the sister and wife of Zeus, the supreme god of the ancient Greek pantheon. Hera was a goddess who patronized marriage and family, and was considered the protector of women and children. She helped women in childbirth and protected them from danger and disease. Hera also punished those who violated the sanctity of marriage and family. Although Hera was the goddess of marriage, her own marriage to Zeus was far from perfect. Zeus was known for his many love affairs, and Hera often suffered from his infidelities. She was known for her jealousy and revenge, and often took revenge on Zeus' mistresses and children. Hera was associated with royalty and authority. She was the patroness of reigning queens and empresses, and was considered a goddess who could bestow power and authority on women. Poseidon is the god of seas, rivers, and earthquakes in Greek mythology. He was the son of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and brother of Zeus. Poseidon was the god who controlled the seas and oceans, and who could cause storms and tempests. He protected sailors and travelers, and could grant them safe voyages. Poseidon controlled rivers and sources of fresh water, and could grant water and fertility to people. Poseidon was known for his strength and power, and was considered one of the most powerful gods of the ancient Greek pantheon. He could create islands and mountains, and cause earthquakes. Poseidon was also associated with horses, and could control their movements and behavior. Poseidon, like his brother Zeus, was known for his love of women. He had many mistresses, both goddesses and mortal women. He was the father of many heroes and gods, including Orpheus, Polyphemus, and Triton. Demeter is the goddess of agriculture, fertility, and harvest in Greek mythology. She was the daughter of the Titans Cronus and Rhea, and sister of Zeus. Demeter was the goddess who controlled the growth and development of plants, and who could grant fertility and abundance to humans. She protected cultivators and farmers, and could grant them a good harvest. Demeter was also associated with motherhood and childbirth, and who could protect women and children. Demeter was known for her love for her daughter Persephone, who was kidnapped by Hades, the god of the underworld. Demeter searched all over the world for her daughter, and when she finally found her in the underworld, she ensured that Persephone could spend part of the year on Earth and part of the year in the underworld. This myth explains the cycles of nature and the changing of the seasons. Ares is the god of war and violence in Greek mythology. He was the son of Zeus, the supreme god of the ancient Greek pantheon, and Hera, the goddess of marriage and family. Ares was a god who loved war and violence, and was known for his cruelty and ruthlessness. He protected warriors and soldiers, and who could grant them strength and courage. Ares was also a god who was associated with blood and murder, and who could cause fear and terror. Despite his power and strength, Ares was not one of the most revered gods in ancient Greek religion. He was a god who was dangerous and unpredictable, and who could only bring people misery and distress. Ares was also known for his love affairs, and he had many mistresses, both goddesses and mortal women. He was the father of many heroes and gods, including Phobos, Deimos, and Harmonia. Athena is the goddess of wisdom and strategy in Greek mythology. She was the daughter of Zeus, the supreme god, and Meteida, the goddess of wisdom and strategy. Athena was a goddess who was known for her wisdom and strategic thinking. She protected cities and states, and could grant people wisdom, knowledge, and planning skills. Athena was also associated with crafts and the arts, and who could bestow talent and skill upon people. Athena was known for her strength and power, and was considered one of the most powerful goddesses of the ancient Greek pantheon. She could defeat any enemy and protect people from dangers and enemies. Apollo is the god of the sun, music, prophecy, and healing in Greek mythology. He was the son of Zeus, the supreme god, and the goddess Leto. Apollo was a god who was associated with the sun and light, and could bestow light and warmth on people. He controlled music and poetry, and could grant people talent and inspiration. Apollo was also associated with prophecy and divination, and could grant people insight and knowledge of the future. Apollo was known for his beauty and courage, and was considered one of the most beautiful gods of the ancient Greek pantheon. He was a god who was associated with youth and strength, and could grant people health and energy. Apollo was also associated with healing and medicine, and could grant people health and cures for diseases. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, the moon, and virginity in Greek mythology. She was the daughter of Zeus and the goddess Leto, as well as the twin sister of Apollo. Artemis was a goddess who was associated with hunting and wildlife. She granted people the ability to hunt and survive in the wilderness. Artemis protected wild animals and forests, and could punish those who violated nature. Artemis was also associated with the moon and the night, and could give people light and hope during dark times. Artemis was known for her virginity and chastity, and was considered a goddess who protected girls and women. She could grant women strength and independence. Artemis was also a goddess who was associated with childbirth and children, and who could protect women and children during childbirth. Aphrodite is the goddess of love, beauty, and passion in Greek mythology. She was the daughter of Zeus and the goddess Dione, or, according to another version of the myth, was born from the foam of the sea after the castration of Uranus. Aphrodite was a goddess who was associated with love and sexuality and could bestow love, passion, and pleasure on people. She protected marriage and family, and could grant people harmony and happiness in their personal lives. Aphrodite was also a goddess who was associated with beauty and art, and who could bestow beauty and talent on people. Aphrodite was known for her beauty and charm, and was considered one of the most beautiful goddesses of the ancient Greek pantheon. She was associated with roses and doves, and could grant people love and happiness. Aphrodite was also associated with the sea and water, and could give people peace and tranquility. Hephaestus is the god of fire, blacksmithing, and crafts in Greek mythology. He was the son of Zeus, the supreme god of the ancient Greek pantheon, and Hera, the goddess of marriage and family. Hephaestus was a god who was associated with fire and blacksmithing. He could grant people the ability to work with metal and create products from it. He was a god who protected artisans and laborers, and could bestow talent and skill upon people. Hephaestus was also associated with volcanoes and earthquakes, and could control the forces of nature. Hephaestus was known for his ugliness and limp, and was considered one of the ugliest gods of the ancient Greek pantheon. He was thrown from Olympus by his mother Hera for his ugliness, and grew up on the island of Lemnos, where he became a great blacksmith. Hephaestus is also known for his loyalty and devotion, and who could bestow loyalty and devotion on people. Hermes is the god of trade, travel, thievery, and communication in Greek mythology. He was the son of Zeus and the goddess Maia. Hermes was a god who was associated with trade and travel, and could grant people luck and success in business and trade. He protected travelers and seafarers, and could grant people safety and protection on their journey. Hermes was also associated with thievery and deception, and could grant people cunning and dexterity. Hermes was known for his speed and agility, and was considered one of the fastest gods of the ancient Greek pantheon. He had sandals with wings and could move from place to place with incredible speed. Hermes was also associated with communication and language, and could grant people the ability to speak and communicate. Dionysus is the god of wine, merriment, and theater in Greek mythology. He was the son of Zeus and the goddess Semele. Dionysus was a god who was associated with wine and merriment. He could give people joy and pleasure, He protected grape growers and winemakers and could grant people the ability to make wine and enjoy it. Dionysus was also associated with ecstasy and madness and could grant people freedom and liberation from the shackles of society and tradition. Dionysus was known for his unpredictability and extravagance and was considered one of the most emotional and controversial gods of the ancient Greek pantheon. He was associated with masks and theater and could grant people the ability to act and express themselves.